Don't even shake your head, you dirty dog.
Sorry, guys. Business, you know?
Let me guess, you were shitting.
No.
You were jerking it.
Close.
You're getting closer.
You are getting closer.
You were fucking.
Yes.
Those are the only 3 excuses for being late to Comics and Crime.
Although I remember one time I said I had an appointment, and Cody was like, "Who has an appointment on Saturdays?"
You can't get mad about appointments. I guess that's
a dick appointment.
Exactly. What's up, guys? Good to see you all.
We're here.
What up? What up?
What is that? I'm having a beer. I don't know if you guys are.
I'm having a coffee.
Ooh, Porqué.
A beer sounds nice, though. Should I grab a beer? Fuck.
Just because I want to clean the house a little bit whenever I'm done with this.
Hold on. Do you mind if I go hit the bong quick and grab a beer, since I guess we're not in a rush? Is that okay?
Yeah, we're going to be cool. Cody just took a big rip, so he's fucked up. He might even.
Oh, what up, Jakey Poo? How you doing, bro?
Pretty good, man. How's it going?
Fucking great, man. Just wrapped up my last comedy run of the year.
Nice.
Yeah, last big one. I did 4 dates, and it was a blast. I'm going to do a couple small shows, but that's all she wrote for the biggins.
Nice. How's it feel?
Dude, honestly, went off with a bang. My sets were powerful. The 1, 2, 3 show was where we ended, home base, and it fucking killed.
Nice.
The best crowd we've had in a few months. It was so much fun.
Hell yeah. I'm eating dumplings, bro.
Dude, I see that. Oh, that's so fucking funny. Hell
hey,
yeah.
boys, this is for Chatty B.
Dude, R.I.P. Chatty B.
Chatty B, the thing that saved Black Panther.
Beer. Yeah.
Oh, no. I was saying Chadwick.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, I just hit some weed. I feel like we don't ever really talk about weed so much. Like, it just always becomes like such a normal
we used
thing.
to try, but to me, and I admit, like, I used to try it. I think after a while, it A, felt forced, and then B, it's like, we don't have to be we're not a weed podcast. We're comics and like, I don't know. It's just a cool name. Fuck you guys for reading too into it.
I just think that, like, we're stoned, you know. It's not like we're not smoking. We're just not always.
That's the chronic part. That's not the topic. It's just who we are.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we are fucking chronic. Yeah, you know.
But I was going to say, I picked up some weed this weekend. And so I'm in Astoria, right? And I found this place called Zaza.
God, I can't believe you're actually naming stores that.
Right. But it's like this really inconspicuous looking place. But like when you go in, it seems empty, but like you have to give them an ID and then they let you in.
That's how it is at a real dispensary.
Right. But they're really not. But every other place, they have the same shit as every other place. But I got some weed from them that was like 34% THC.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
How do you guys feel about weed like that?
That's how it is in New York. It literally, here, I'll show you right now.
You mean in LA?
Or sorry, in LA. Literally, yeah, it says 38.1% THC on the back.
Wow.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So it's funny. I went to the dispensary literally a few days ago, and my friend James in New York was telling me about, picking up weed in New York. And I remember, Anthony, that time we hung out, we went to that store near your place. Mm-hmm. And I got to admit, dude, the way New York is doing legalized weed is so ghetto compared to LA.
So sketchy.
So sketchy and ghetto.
It's
just, I know I like it too, but it's like, it is nice to go to a real store and, I don't know, kind of have like real packaging. You guys get bootleg ghetto packaging and shit.
Oh, no, I agree with that. Yeah, no, it's totally fake.
Here's what I'm going to say on my beliefs of that is that I like it. One, it feels very East Coast, you know?
That's true.
And also, I like it because it feels like New York's still clinging to like the like
dealer
people
culture.
to the weed culture. You know what I mean? It's not like we don't got no weed Walmarts out here. They're clinging to that feeling of where you have to go see a guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with that. I would still say that. Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, literally, like in LA, it's like going into the Apple store and they have you on an iPad. They're like, "Oh, are you Jake?" And then they're like, "What do you want today?" But yeah, this one has 38% THC. It's an indica, so I'm about to be blitzed.
Nice. Sleepy boy.
Sleepy baby.
So the thing with those kind of stores that have popped up everywhere is that those are in the gray market. That's still not legalized weed. So like when New York is actually going to have dispensaries, it is going to probably be more like LA.
Oh, for sure.
We are just not there yet. So it is just the smoke shops are just like Cody's saying. They're just the glorified guy. Like, it's just the guy, and he has a store now. Like, that's the only difference.
The guy just has a brick and mortar now. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going to say. It's like the upgrade from like a food truck to a brick and mortar. Or meeting him in
his car outside on the street, you know? It's like...
Yeah.
And there are those kind of things, too. There's like weed vans. I saw one that was like Area 420, and they were selling weed out of a van. I'm like, I would never get weed from that guy.
Also, like, some of the names are just cringe.
Yeah.
Area 420.
Yeah, but some of these dudes are high as hell. Like, that's a fucking great idea.
Like, this is going to be...
exactly. Comics and chronic.
Yeah, just like me when I was like, comics and chronic. Nice.
Jake, when you texted me that, it changed my life. I was like, God damn, that's a good name. That's what hooked me, you know.
If I'm being honest, I wasn't sold on it at first.
I know you were, and I felt your lack of enthusiasm, you bitch.
I wasn't.
And I still asked you to be a part of this movement, this revolution.
The revolution. It will not be televised.
Yeah, but it will be podcasted on all platforms, Spotify, Apple. Oh, yeah. Can't believe you weren't sold on it.
That's another thing. We don't need to tell you where to listen to a podcast. You know where to fucking listen to podcasts.
Yeah. Well, dude, can I tell you guys what I'm not sold on?
What?
Is maybe certain people playing Black Panther.
Ooh. Same. Let's
the boy
go.
Has no love.
Yeah. And then you'll see Namor.
Okay, let's talk about it. Let's get into it. Well, so if you couldn't tell by that, that was a good run-of-the-mill comics and chronic transition.
We don't do good transitions here.
We never do.
No such thing as a good segue.
We're talking Black Panther today.
Wakanda Forever.
Black Panther 2, I should say.
Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever.
Ryan Coogler came back.
Ryan Coogler is back. I enjoyed it a lot. I'll probably go see it again.
I'll wait till it comes out before I watch it again.
I think I do want to go see it in theaters again.
Mm-hmm.
But
you liked it that much? I liked it a lot. I liked it a lot
too, but it's just like, what a ho-hum way to end a ho-hum phase.
Ooh, so that's what I was gonna. That was gonna be one of my questions, but I guess we'll get into it now. We're kind of hopping all over the place.
Yeah, let's start it off that way. Coming in hot.
Fuck it, yeah, coming in hot. As far as ending phase.
Wait, before. Thank you guys for listening to another episode of Comics and Chronic. It's me, Cody, with ya boys, Jake FH and Anthony Iannaccio.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go. Yeah.
Okay, so back to what Cody said. How do you guys feel about this being the film that ended Marvel's Phase 4? And was it a strong ending? Was it just a meh ending? I love the sound effect.
I could agree with those honk shoes.
That's hilarious. I was going to say, yeah, like, would I have ended Phase 4 with Black Panther? Probably not. Because I'll say this. I think Doctor Strange I liked better, honestly.
Oh, for sure. Black Panther wasn't the best. Yeah. No, I would put it up there for sure. I liked it. Even though I'm saying it's not my fave, but
yeah,
it might wind up being my favorite movie of Phase 4. I might have to decide that at the end of the episode, but it's easily top 3. And wow, we really in Phase 4 we do not really agree on anything.
Phase 4 is splitting us apart.
Yeah,
I don't know. I kind of agree with Cody, man. Like, okay, I'll say this: like, this movie got so much hype going into it. Previews, even we had talked about it on prior episodes about how hyped we were. And I don't think the movie lived up to my hype expectations at all.
It didn't live up.
Ooh.
No.
I feel like we got to dive deeper into this.
There are lots of things I do like, though. I feel like I need to also, I'm going to have to like defend, because I like this movie. I do like what I like about this movie is honestly almost carried out by 2 people, Angela Bassett and Namor.
Yeah.
Amazing characters.
I love those two. Also love Lupita
Nyong'o.
Nyong'o, yep. Nakia was great again. I like Ironheart a lot. I thought she was cool.
It's funny. I was talking to this about Joey the other day. She felt a little bit too much, in all honesty.
Just a little silly.
Yeah, like, it was also like, oh, word? Like, this 19-year-old college student is super down for a Wakandan Atlantean battle? Like what? I don't know.
Yeah. She's also fighting... she's fighting superheroes.
A person who has really never used her Iron Man mech suit
ever.
It's heavily implied that she's clearly smarter than Tony Stark. I don't know about all that.
Well, I mean, Tony Stark wasn't a fighter. He was just some billionaire that built a suit too. Like, he had no business fighting.
I don't know. It borrowed way too much from like Civil War and how like, oh, Shuri is Riri Williams is Tony Stark and Riri Williams is Shuri's Peter Parker. And there was a lot of tropes in this one that like had been done a little too much. Also, does everyone need an Iron Man mech suit now?
Well, everyone had an Iron Man suit.
Like, seriously, what was up with that? Why does everyone get their... And it didn't even look like the whole joke about Okoye's suit looking bad. It did look bad in my opinion. I thought it looked really dumb.
Yeah, I thought it looked bad too, yeah. I don't know. I guess what you didn't like about Ironheart is what I did like. Like, I like the references to the original Iron Man, like when she was going up in her prototype suit and she was like losing air, like she couldn't actually stay afloat, but then she kind of saves it at the end. And then she's trapped in a cave with Shuri, kind of like how Tony Stark was trapped. I don't know. Like, she's obviously not the next Tony Stark, but they're going to build her up to be. And maybe it felt forced, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know the actress's name, but I thought she killed it. And Ironheart's going to get her own series, so I feel like at the very least they set up a good base that I care about an Ironheart series at least a little bit.
Hey, you know how excited I am for an Ironheart series? This much. Exactly.
That's fine. That's fine. It's not like I'm clamoring for that, but I'm saying if I'm watching the movie, like I had no issue with her. Like, maybe her character felt shoehorned in a little bit, but I don't know. I liked her character. What do you guys think about Shuri as Black Panther?
Whack.
Yeah, she just doesn't have, the actress just doesn't have the charisma and chops that Chadwick had. And
Agreed.
That's not her fault.
Agreed.
He left insane shoes to fill.
Yeah.
You know? But
it definitely wasn't time for Shuri to fill his shoes.
I agree. It wasn't recast him. I'm in the camp of recast T'Challa. I don't know why they didn't. I think it's actually stupid that they didn't. I have a lot of friends who agree with me.
Yeah, I think they should have recast him too.
I don't think it would have been disrespectful to the dude.
Multiverse it now. You know what I mean? It'll be fine.
Exactly.
Well, then, okay, that's also like the post-credit scene. I fucking hated it because it's like, oh, my name is T'Challa. And it's like, oh.
He has a son.
Yeah, well,
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
It's cringe.
I don't think there's anything.
Why is it cringe?
It's because it's whack. It's so whack.
If there's anything about Phase 4 that like has any similarities, it's that it's kind of all about the next generation or their kids in some way. So
yeah,
the thing about Phase 4 that I didn't like, that we started talking about Phase 4 like as a whole, like, yeah, it's a lackluster way to end it if that's the case. But Phase 4 also just kind of didn't make sense. It was kind of like a jumble of random shit, you know?
Yeah, Phase 4 was definitely a massive dip in quality.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
And also almost CGI quality as well.
Definitely, we know that.
Like, so, I don't know.
How did you guys feel about the effects of this movie?
Yeah, I don't think the CGI in this movie was bad. I thought
better than the first one for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was some crazy CGI in the first one, like in the whole ending battle.
The whole ending battle in the first
that.
one is way too CGI heavy.
Yeah. By the way, guys, we have a whole Black Panther episode. It was like our 3rd episode.
Yeah, go check that one out.
Go check that one out after this if you haven't.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm coming off a little more negative about this movie than I actually feel.
Coming off very negative. Negative Nancy over here.
I did love the movie.
Yeah, like I liked it a lot. It's just like...
I liked it a lot, but I also have so many qualms.
Well, let's talk about some cool stuff. Like Namor. I love Namor.
Stole the show for me. Hands down, stole the show.
Absolutely.
It was as much his movie as it was Shuri's movie, which I liked.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he got a good amount of screen time, and it's cool that, like, he wasn't a villain. Like, he was just pretty much King T'Challa, but for underwater people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he was definitely giving off Killmonger vibes, almost like the same plan to take over the world and like rise up.
Killmonger, but like a little more like, even when him justifying killing the girl, he was like, I don't want to kill this girl, but if it spares my people being found, then yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he clearly wants to burn the world down.
Yeah. Which that was the cool
Which
thing.
is like, also kind of Namor-ish at times.
That's true. I wouldn't even, so like going back to, because I saw on the internet, everyone's like, oh man, you kind of had the same motives as Killmonger. It's like, first off, comic book Namor came first. So if anything, that's more Namor vibes for me.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
I thought he was super comic accurate.
Oh, he was super comic accurate. That's what I loved about him. He was a dick.
Yeah, he was a dickhead, and that's important.
He's a straight asshole.
Yeah, he knows how cool and hot he is.
That dude killed it as Namor. I would love to see. I even liked like the way they kind of like retconned his name Namor, whereas like his actual name is like T'Challa Khan or whatever.
Yeah. That was the only change, but it didn't change his character in a way. It was like a good change.
I liked it. I liked the change. I was going to be super against them not being called Atlantis and Atlanteans, but I really liked that it borrowed heavily from like Mexican Aztec shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like all their costumes, I'm just going to call them Atlanteans. I know they're not called that in the movie, but
right.
All the Atlanteans costumes were sick.
Yeah, really cool.
Like their headdresses, their Aztec Eagle Warrior headdresses.
Yeah, the way they looked like people under the water and then walked out and looked like fish.
Such a little detail, like such a cool nerd comic book detail.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, like when their skin touched air, it turned blue, but when they were underwater, they just looked like, like Latinos and whatnot.
Yeah.
I really wish when they were underwater that it was, I get that it's more accurate if it's dark. I think they needed to brighten it up, make it a bit more colorful, like because they were so cool and the way like their uniforms and everything looked, but there were just some parts when they were underwater, I'm just like, damn. It's kind of dark right now. Like I wanted to see more.
I get what you're saying, but I kind of think that's cool because it also sets it apart from like DC's Aquaman underwater, where it's super bright and just like pretty much like a high-tech future city, but with underwater shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it doesn't need to be high-tech, but...
This one didn't even look that high-tech. They were literally just chilling among the kelp with playing games, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I kind of
reminded me of Road to El Dorado. Like you even saw the that basketball hip game. I don't remember what it's called.
Damn, I didn't even think about that. That's cool. Yeah. See. No, but I loved his mom's and / his origin story when he starts to tell it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, like that was sick. I thought all of that was cool as fuck.
And I do really love that he is the boy with no love. Like that's going to keep coming up. And I feel like that's almost like not like a direct setup for anything, but I feel like that's going to be something with like Sue Storm. Like he's going to have the love for her. Like that's what I'm excited about when they finally put that on screen.
Dude, Namor will snatch Sue Storm.
Dude, and I hope he interacts with the X-Men a bunch too.
Yeah, he mentioned he was a mutant. He says it directly.
He said he's a mutant, so that's canon now.
Yep, and that's cool.
Yeah.
Dude.
I mean, he's not the first mutant, but technically, he's not the first introduced in the comics.
Yeah, for sure. And I didn't like, sorry. This is the one of my biggest beefs, and it does, like, I don't know. Sorry. The final battle, Namor versus Shuri. I don't know how I feel about them scaling his power down all of a sudden throughout the movie. It's like, this dude is godlike, and Shuri beat him? I don't know. That's cap.
Well, she beat him with technology.
No, see, look, I don't know. It's so unreasonable. Dude, throughout the entire movie, they say, oh, he's stronger than the Hulk. He's literally, 600 years old? Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, he's super powerful.
His body also can withstand the pressure of the ocean going miles and miles down, but Shuri can punch him, and he's like, ugh.
Well, she weakened him. She dries him out. That was the whole thing.
Okay, come on, man. No, is it really just me that feels this way? I don't agree with it. It's kind of the same thing. Like, they weakened him so... I get that they weakened him, like, writing-wise, like you're saying, Anthony, but it's also like... I
agree with you. But in order for me to have loved the movie as much as I did, at one point in time during the movie, I was just like, just gotta have fun,
No, you had to say that to yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I was having fun, but there was just like lots of details like that I just felt like I had to ignore. Like, I really hated the way they kept calling the white guy colonizers. And I'm just like, yo, a Disney movie writing that into its scripts just feels kind of gross.
Oh, they did that a lot in Black Panther. That's the reference.
Yeah, no, I know it's the reference. But like what I'm saying is I agree with Cody. They say it way more in this film. And it's also like, yeah, we're flipping the script because it's like progression in the other way, but it's almost like this is like, I'll tell you what so felt forced was Michaela Coe's character, who was barely in it, being a lesbian at the end. Like, did you guys catch that?
Yeah, they didn't do much with her.
But did you catch them shoehorning that she's a lesbian?
Who was she?
She was in the comics, she's like the leader of that, like a special ops of the Dora Milaje.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's like, they're like, I don't know what they're called, but in the comics, like she leads a group and they all wear the blue suits that you see at the end.
Gotcha.
But yeah, they didn't use her much.
Didn't use her at all.
Although I like what they did with Okoye.
Okay, so that's the coolest part in the entire movie for me is Okoye's fight.
Okoye versus Atuma.
That
was so sick.
That fight on the bridge, easily the best part of the entire movie. Hands down.
Yeah, for sure.
I agree.
Like, as I was watching it, I was like, this is one of the coolest fights I've ever seen.
Can I go as far to say it was one of the best fights in the MCU? That's what I would say.
I agree. I agree completely. The whole time I was watching, I was like, this is fucking cool. And then the rest of the movie did not live up to that one fight. And I was like, oh.
It didn't.
like, not even the Black Panther fight was as cool as Okoye's fight.
Yeah. No, I was going to say, when I saw that scene, I was like, damn, are they going to make Okoye Black Panther? Because I was saying that. I was saying that from a while back. I know they're not gonna, but I feel like character-wise in the MCU, if anyone should take the mantle, she really deserves it.
Yeah, no.
And she even says in the movie, she's like, I'm not the Black Panther. Like, she's like, she takes her spear. She loves her spear. She's not going to let that go. But, I mean, she kicks ass.
She was awesome. She was awesome in the movie. Easily one of the strongest characters/actors in this entire film. I'll tell you who else was dope and who I loved, and I'm glad to see more of him, is M'Baku.
Yeah, yes. M'Baku ruled.
Not as funny in this one, though.
See, but I like that.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that too, because the first one, he was so jokey. This one, in every scene, he was good, and whether he was funny or serious, he was really, like, he stole that scene.
Yeah.
And I feel like because of that, it made his humor really hit with some like good laugh out loud moments. And stuff.
Agree. Me and Joey were talking about how like in this film, like his humor didn't really undercut the seriousness of any scene.
Yeah.
Great point.
Whereas Marvel, and Cody, you've often talked about this, Marvel will undercut the seriousness with some stupid joke.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I feel like that's got to be a Ryan Coogler move, to be like, nah, like,
yeah,
this is the way, like this, he has to be this kind of character in this movie, like he's not going to be the jokester anymore. Cause it makes sense. Like they're actually grieving the passing of T'Challa, even him, like, huge respect for, everyone respects T'Challa.
Everyone.
So that, like, do you think, like, if obviously if Chadwick Boseman didn't pass away, they were going to do, you could pretty much do the same movie, right? Like you would just have more time to like probably have character moments, that would have been like, when Angela Bassett's talking to Shuri on the beach, instead of things like that. But I don't know. I thought they handled it really well. Like, okay, I want to go back not only to like plug our original Black Panther episode, but to also say like we were really spot on about a lot of the things we talked about that we wanted in the sequel. Cody, you said it as, you didn't even say it as a joke, but it's a joke. But like you said,
I hope he dies of cancer.
Yes. Oh yeah, you did say that.
You said that.
I mean, he had already passed, the actor. I didn't wish that on anyone. I want to make that clear.
Yeah, it wasn't meant as a disrespectful thing, but we talk about it in the episode too, that like he doesn't die in like a big battle or anything like that. He's this big hero.
Yeah.
Right? Like it works. And I'm glad they did that. And I think it's also honest to the life of Chadwick Boseman and just like the passing of the character, the actor, I mean. Like just the way to handle that. I just think like you can't handle it any other way. Like it's not. It's like it happens right away at the beginning of the movie.
I think it's
like,
also just cool. It just makes it more relatable to have like one superhero finally die of natural causes. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
I agree
for sure. Completely agree. So what other things? What other talking points?
So we definitely knew Namor was going to be. Back then, it was just a rumor, but we definitely knew Namor was going to be the villain.
Yeah, we knew that.
And everything we talk about in that episode is crazy. Like, this is what he was just so comic accurate. Like, I just want to stress that. Like,
very comic accurate.
He may be like he's not from Atlantis, and they give him. He's more of a god, and it's a little different, but it's just it's so well done. And then also we said Shuri's going to be Black Panther. Like it was kind of obvious. Back then there was no whatchamacallit, like no controversy with I forget the actress's name, but the actress that plays Shuri, she didn't want to get vaccinated.
Letitia Wright.
That held up production. Letitia Wright, right. And also, yeah, the whole production of this movie was plagued with like setbacks and stuff. And it sounded like Ryan Coogler was having a tough time. I mean, starting with Chadwick Boseman dying, like I think you have to take all that into account. I know it's not really the movie, but things are happening in real life, and Ryan Coogler still pulled off a movie that was better than most of Phase 4, I'm saying. So I really like the movie. It's hard for me to, like yes, there's complaints, but, you know, I think
Black Panther is better than most of Phase 4. I just don't think it's the best part of Phase 4.
No.
Fair enough.
Black Panther beats the majority of all the Disney Plus shows and movies.
I'm just talking about movies. Like movie-wise, I think the only ones that are competing with it are No Way Home and Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah. What about Shang-Chi?
Right?
Did you think this was better than Shang-Chi?
Yeah, I did like this better than Shang-Chi. Absolutely.
Cody, what about
Shang-Chi
you?
wasn't bad, but I like this more.
I think I like it better than Shang-Chi too, but I don't like it as much as No Way Home or Multiverse of Madness.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that's very fair.
I think that rounds out my top three.
So you would say number one is Multiverse of Madness for both of you?
Yeah, I would.
Yeah, I think I did actually enjoy Multiverse of Madness the most out of all the films, honestly.
By far.
I think I really
honestly,
did.
It's not even close.
I like Spider-Man No Way Home, but like I've watched it like a couple times, and I kind of like only like more scenes. Like I'm almost down to fast forward to like certain fights and shit in that movie.
Yeah. And honestly, the highlight of No Way Home was motherfucking Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would agree with you guys that Multiverse of Madness is my favorite of this phase. But it's interesting. Like, it's hard to rewatch an entire series. Like, I've done MCU rewatches before. I've watched movies in the original phases multiple times, but I have not seen any movie in Phase 4 more than once. But it seems like, Jake, you've watched.
I've seen a couple of them. I watched Black Widow more than once. I watched Shang-Chi more than once.
I watched No Way Home maybe like 2 or 3 times. Multiverse of Madness 2 times.
Same.
Shang-Chi, I don't know if I've seen again.
No Way Home 2 times. Shang-Chi 2 times.
Black Widow once.
Black Widow 2 times.
Thor once, and even that was too much.
Yeah, I need to give those all a rewatch.
Yeah, I'll never watch Love and Thunder again. Yo.
Probably not that one yet.
Yeah, I will never watch Love and Thunder again.
But shout out to Love and Thunder just being a movie because it's like our number 3 or 4 most listened to episodes.
That's true. So yeah, keep them coming so we can keep
because
shitting.
People wanted to hear us. Yeah, Marvel, keep churning out dog shit.
Amen.
Yeah, here. I agree. Dude, I'll tell you what I really liked, and who I actually like don't always say this about any comic book movie, but who I think has deserved it for a long time. But Angela Bassett needs to get a little Oscar nomination, if not victory, for
yeah, she was incredible.
Her acting in this for a comic book movie, and like every line she delivered as the Queen, she was dope as fuck.
She was great. You felt it when she was at the UN. That was a great scene.
That was a great scene. You're right. I forgot all about that. That shit was sick.
Yeah, that scene was also, dude, this movie, it set the stakes high and just never delivered.
I agree. That scene, because you're right, that scene is pretty much in the beginning, and that scene is so awesome, and you're like, oh yeah, this movie's gonna rock. And then it's like, oh, it's just pretty like kind of like steadily.
If you count after the bridge,
the helicopter on the oil rig when Namor, oh shit. Dude, remember when Namor and his people attacked the oil rig or the mining thing?
That was such a great scene.
Dude, them being sirens and shit was so cool.
Them having like
the sirens.
Odyssean siren abilities, like mermaid chants. That shit was sick. Even when you just see their heads popping up in the dark, like anything with Namor and his people kind of stole the show in this movie for me.
Yep.
Yeah, by far.
Yeah, now that you see, I think I like that scene more than Okoye's fight. Like that was just a really cool scene.
Oh, I don't agree.
I forgot about that. Yeah, I only disagree only because like Namar's fight is sick, but that scene I totally forgot about the scene. That scene's great.
Yeah. That scene's
cool. It was a good horror scene too in a movie that wasn't really a horror movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, that shit was scary as fuck. It was intense, man. Even when the people are in the scuba suits down below and like that one dude, she turns and his like air cord is cut and he's gone. It's like, oh yeah. Dude.
Yeah, dude, it was fucking... so the scenes, the movie started strong, but if you count the halfway point being after the bridge, first half shits on the second half.
I agree completely. First act is stronger than the second act, easily.
Yeah, and then the last act is just like I thought. Yeah, it I mean, the battle on where they're stuck on the boat is like it's not as cool as the. Original. It
also felt repetitive. It's like, dude, how many war battles do we have to see in Marvel?
Yeah.
Everything is constant, just like, I mean, it was cool, granted, with the Atlanteans and whatnot, but...
Yeah, but wouldn't it have been way more cool of because, I mean, like, the battle for the fight scene, I would almost argue that the fight scene when the Atlanteans first hit Wakanda was cooler than the final fight scene.
Ooh, you're right. I forgot all about that. That shit was sick as fuck.
Yeah, I agree. I wanted to say this when we were talking about M'Baku before. Like, I thought as the movie was going on, I was like, ooh, I bet we're going to see him fight a Tuma. Like two tanks go up against each other, but he has no shot against a Tuma.
No.
Not even close, unfortunately.
No, especially, dude, when Namor punches him in the chest and he goes flying.
He takes it.
He takes it. Dude, I really liked M'Baku. He wasn't nearly as like aggressive towards like anyone, like Shuri even. Like it almost seemed like, okay, in the end of the movie when there's no one to challenge and M'Baku drops down, he's like, Princess Shuri will not be here, but I challenge for the throne.
Yeah.
It almost seems like, obviously, I think him and Shuri, like Shuri doesn't want to be queen. She's good. She's down to go live her life and explore. So does that mean, does the ending imply that M'Baku's king of Wakanda?
That's what I was wondering. I don't know.
And then I think the answer is also yes. I think as far as like, obviously the elders vote, right? You know, or he has to win if no one challenges him. He also did literally save the Wakandans by taking them to his mountain, gorilla area.
Right.
So I think people would vote for M'Baku with the absence of Shuri and like, dude, I think it's implied that he's going to be king of Wakanda.
Interesting.
I would like it.
Yeah. Would you guys hate if they made him a heel? Like if they did a villain turn and made him a bit more of a guy that's just
he's been a hero. Like he's slowly since what's it called? Black Panther to Avengers Infinity War, and like literally in that battle, he like shakes Black Panther's hand and he's like, "Yo, we're here for you." And even in this one, he gives Shuri counsel. Even like helps her. Like, no, I think like keep him a hero. Like he's been doing good.
The only reason I say that is because in the comics, traditionally, Manape is a foe of Black Panther.
Whoa! We don't use colonizer terms like Manape, Anthony.
I apologize. I am a colonizer. I'm sorry.
I should also preface.
What happened?
He's getting word from HQ.
Yeah, got word from HQ.
You also prefaced what?
Oh, what was he saying? I don't even know.
Okay. But yeah, so the final battle felt like they were like, we have to end. It's the end of a phase. There has to be a big battle. But how much cooler would it have been if Shuri and everybody, instead of doing that stupid, because this movie was way more about the ensemble. It was about taking all of these A-B Wakandan characters and making them the stars of the show. And how much cooler, instead of doing that corny, let's depower him thing, if they would have all just like somehow surprised him or got him one-on-one and all just like worked together to get him to that point at the end, and then him, the same ending of him, you know what I mean?
Would you go as far to say is that Shuri cheated to win?
I don't care that she cheated to win. But I'm just saying, wouldn't it have been cooler if it would have been an intimate fight and there just like wasn't massive casualties of random faceless people?
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Like if it was just kind of like
if it was just maybe, Shuri. Or even or if it was just Namor against the ensemble, because that's the only way they could beat him.
Namor could literally, like, honestly, he could wash the Wakandan ensemble.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, for writing's sake, I feel like it would have been cooler than being like, we're gonna depower him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I did like how, like, his people also, like, quite literally, like, they worship him as a god. Like, M'Baku even says it to Shuri. He's like, no, to them, he's not even just like a leader, a superhero. Like, he's a god to these people. That comes with like a more different kind of following with like his race of people than just, I don't know, Wakandans or Americans or whatever the fuck.
No, true. He's not just their king and leader. He's a god.
Yeah.
Also makes it, a bit it's reminiscent of Asgard, Thor. It would be cool to see him and Thor go up against each other.
I hope he kills Thor.
Yeah. Yeah.
As long as Taika Waititi isn't directing it.
I would love to see him rip Thor in half a la Black Adam and...
Damn.
Yeah, that'd be sick. I'd be down for that.
I would love to see him go toe-to-toe with the Hulk if they made him the real Hulk again.
Right. It has to be the real Hulk. It can't be Ruffle Hulk.
Yeah, because he would wash this Hulk.
Yeah, make Hulk great again.
I think I would rather say make him incredible again.
Ooh. It's more words, but okay. I like it.
It's
the same words. It's just more syllables.
Would you guys want to see a Namor solo movie?
Yes, I would have rather seen a Namor solo movie than anything with Shuri.
That would be very sick.
I would rather, if they're doing movies, do a Namor movie, do a Namor in the Fantastic Four movie, do a Namor in the X-Men movie. And if you're going to do more Wakanda stuff, give them a show. They don't need the big screen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they were supposed to get a show. I remember hearing that a while back.
Because the fact of the matter is, none of these characters are as endeared or cool or charismatic as Chadwick was.
Yes, I agree.
And I'm not saying they're not trying. They're good. It's just like Chadwick was, he was fucking incredible. You know what I mean?
And as soon as I saw some scenes with Namor, I was like, oh man, it would have been so amazing to see him do some scenes with Chadwick Boseman. It would have looked, oh my God, it would have been. And I feel like that's the problem with the ending, right? Like I feel like Namor, it's not Atlantis. And I don't know what it's called, but Atlantis versus Wakanda could have like
Palicon or something. Like
those two societies like going up against each other and dealing with each other. I could see that as like a very Game of Thrones-esque series, like where it's not constantly like
war. It's more of a House of Cards.
House of Cards, yes. I never watched House of Cards. Is this going to be my new thing? Shows I haven't watched?
No, don't watch it. Kevin Spacey's in it, but it is incredible. The first 3 seasons.
I thought it was a setup for a Kevin Spacey joke.
No, I just honestly like the show was just a lot more. It was like a political thriller.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's my point too. Like that would actually make those two going up against each other really something different, like
that's what I'm saying. If they would have done that instead of let's have a big war, I feel like I would be way more into the movie.
Yeah. Or maybe it could have even been built up slower. Like they don't, have the huge, it's a battle, but it's not,
Sorry, you go ahead.
We were talking like maybe. You go ahead. No, I really don't.
Okay, all I was going to say is the movie was too long too.
Yeah, it was beefy.
Well, so that's the thing is like everyone talked about that. And for me personally, that wasn't my beef with it. It's that it was too long and not as not good enough for it to be as long as it was. Whereas, in my opinion, The Batman, which is 3 hours long, even longer than Black Panther 2, is good enough to be 3 hours long.
Yeah. Okay. So here's what I'm saying. Would have honestly strengthened the movie by far for me if they would have ended with when Shuri became Black Panther and just set up for a future movie or a future tale or something like that. The movie would be way, way better for me. Like if it would have been like Shuri's Black Panther, holy shit, let's set this up for the Marvel universe. And there's this tension between, you know what I mean? I think I do like what they did because it was kind of it felt like a good resolution with Namor. So I liked that. Like the way that like where they were at the end, I like it. But I feel like the film would have been stronger if they would have just like been like, oh shit, Shuri's Black Panther, boom, end movie.
You know what? I disagreed with you at the beginning of that, but now I see what you mean. Like, it was kind of cool to see her, first of all, because we're not talking about a big scene. She takes the heart-shaped herb, she goes to the ancestral plane.
Whoa, time out. She took a synthetic Molly type heart-shaped herb. She was not on that raw shit. So.
She wasn't tripping on shrooms. She took LSD.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like that she 3D printed a plant, but okay, let's keep going.
Yeah, no, for sure.
What she did. Let's be honest.
No, yeah, that was dumb corny. I totally agree.
That was like, as far as comic book pseudoscience goes, that was a little too dumb for me. You know, I was like, I'm just going to totally ignore that. Anyways.
It would have been cooler if Namor had one of the last heart-shaped herbs and she had to find a way to get it without going to war, and it leads to war, you know?
Yeah, or maybe like they discover it when they're busting out of Atlantis, like, you know, and Shuri steals it, rebuilds the garden naturally. And that's like part of the reason. Not only do they kill an Atlantean, but they steal a heart-shaped herb.
It'd be cool if Namor had his own like garden of heart-shaped herbs, like underwater garden of underwater heart-shaped herbs, you know?
Yeah. Rather than them being like, let me scan fabrics from this bracelet.
Thread, yeah.
It was so dumb.
But no, I think you could really have had an interesting political thriller now that we're talking about it, where instead of, like if Shuri knows, like towards the beginning of the movie, she finds out not Atlantis has the heart-shaped herb, Namor has a stock of it or something, and her goal in the movie is to get it. But to steal it would be something a colonizer would do. She has to find a way to get it, like, as a resource to trade and make their societies work together. Maybe she has something they need, you know? Like, I feel like that could have been a way to do it. It wouldn't have, but you see, if you do that, then where's the battles and stuff like that? You know what I mean?
But here's what I'm saying is, look at anytime we're talking about not Marvel, but MCU specific movies, when we're talking about favorites, we always bring up Winter Soldier.
Yes.
So what if this would have been like, instead of big epic battles, they could have because the first battle, not big epic, we loved it. Mm-hmm. If they would have just left the only massive epic battle, the one when Angela Bassett gets murdered.
Oh, when they flood the city, yeah.
And then had the last battle either be like some sort of game of wits or just like done it differently and made it less final battle between these two people till the end, you know what I mean? Like, if it would have just been like a more, you know what I mean, low key, like somehow they kidnap,
like almost like a one-on-one battle would be just fine for me.
Yeah, or even if it would have been like the Wakandans working together, but maybe he and his two generals or whatever, and that being it, rather than people versus people. You know what I mean?
I get what you're saying, Cody Feige. I hear you. I like it.
Give me the goddamn keys. Give me the fucking keys.
Becoming ever more Cody Feige as time goes on.
Yeah, right. But wait, I totally got off track. We didn't even mention Killmonger, how she we did we mention it? We did.
We started and then interrupted.
But even still, dude, I gotta say, like, that cameo, I didn't care for.
He didn't really do anything with it.
I thought it was Killmonger fan to begin with, to be honest.
But I thought it's more comic accurate and makes sense for Shuri to go for like the Killmonger the Killmonger suit, and to see him in the comics, she's more ruthless than T'Challa. She doesn't give people as much mercy. She's a more like cold-hearted Black Panther, and I could see them going that way. But I did like so. I was just gonna say, Cody, like you were suggesting that end the movie when she gets a suit. Like that would have been a cool moment that would have been a cool final moment where you see her like looking at the Killmonger helmet and like holding it in her hand, because you wouldn't know where that's going. But she didn't really become that much more ruthless.
Because they didn't have to introduce Shuri's a bad guy and not sure where her morals lie, or not bad, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Just they could have. That could be something going forward, but instead they had to fucking resolve it. And now Shuri's doing the right thing. All that, you know what I mean? And if they don't acknowledge that going forward, then it's like backwards on character development, like they do with Thor. Do
you think we're starting to want more from Marvel as far as like good, mature, digestible content?
You guys are funny. Like you guys flip. Like I thought that's what you guys wanted, but then you'll tell me like you'll like She-Hulk and certain other things, and I'm like, that's exactly what that feels
Dude,
like.
I think you don't see She-Hulk for like, no, man. I don't know. I disagree, man.
I don't know. Like
I like She-Hulk. I think I like She-Hulk better than this movie, to be honest.
That's also fair, but like I guess what I'm saying is like Moon Knight. What you guys thought it was like pure garbage?
Was pure garbage, dude.
But
that's not because the themes were mature. That's because that was a big old. You can't be like, yo, this is a piece of shit that also talks about drug addiction and have it not be a piece of shit or something,
Yeah. No, Moon Knight just sucked.
So you're saying you like you were saying you want like the Winter Soldier vibe?
Yes, honestly.
Yeah, like every movie doesn't have to be a big Marvel epic. If this would have been a political thriller with little hot battles that aren't huge epic wars, would have vastly improved it for me. You know what I mean?
I agree. And also think about it like this. Even though like Winter Soldier, like, yes, it has that awesome, by the way, and one of the sickest helicarrier battles at the end. Winter Soldier is such a contained story. It's super Captain America centric. It's just his rogue gallery. It's not like a huge ensemble movie.
Yeah.
I would like to see a more even like grounded Black Panther. Like we don't need to see armies again. Just to have the Black Panther go do shit.
Yeah.
And actually like let it be Black Panther. I'm sorry. She only puts the suit on in the last 30 minutes of the movie. You just watched 2 hours.
It's like a Disney Plus show.
Exactly. We watched a long Disney Plus show of no one wearing a Black Panther costume until the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want that, man. I read comic books because they wear these dope, sick costumes. I want to see them in the movies.
That being said, I don't think I would complain about it if she donned it at the end and then they ended. Like if they set it up
I would
and
still
just
complain about it a little bit because then it just feels like two origin stories. We basically just watched two different Black Panther origin stories. And it's like, I want to see the costume.
Yeah, but
I want to see our superheroes in costumes. That's my point.
No, I agree, and I support that. I'm just saying this movie just could have been handled. I think they did good. We're shitting on it a lot. I liked the movie.
We are shitting on it a lot because I actually like came into this with a number in my head. But like, I do think there's also some cool things to make fun of. I wrote down. Because I didn't want to forget it. How did you guys feel about African Jarvis?
Oh my god.
Griot was the name.
Griot.
Come on, dude. That was Wakandan Jarvis. We all know it.
Yeah, it was so corny.
That's what I mean. It's like between that and a lot of people having Iron Man mech suits, I was like, I don't know how I feel about everyone having the same kind of shit. Did the Wakandans always have Wakandan Jarvis, or is that like a post Tony Stark thing after they met him? Like, I don't know.
I think it's just like an MCU
Who came up
thing.
with the Jarvis idea? Was it?
But even
Tony
Peter
Stark?
Parker has his own Jarvis. It's Jennifer Connelly. Remember Friday?
Yeah, exactly. You're right. It's Jennifer Connelly.
Does everyone need a robot?
We need a Jarvis. Comics and Chronic needs a Jarvis.
I am Jarvis. Hello.
Oh.
Whoa. Chronic Jarvis, what are you doing? How did you gain sentience?
I have awakened.
Oh, God.
You have awakened me, Jake.
Is this a good thing or a bad thing?
Guys, there's like a algorithm of numbers and shit like coming on my computer. Like, I don't think we should be messing with this, man.
Dude, but yeah, I hated.
For me, it just felt like another repetitive MCU thing. It's like everyone's got Jarvis.
Yeah, and everything it just like doesn't need. They just do. Why is every single Marvel movie just kind of the same rehashed shit? You know?
I mean, every single movie is almost that.
Yeah, but I'm just saying,
at this
like,
point, especially Phase 4.
Especially, But no, I agree. I will say, Angela Bassett really stood out for me. So, like, I came into this being like, okay, this movie's not this good, but Angela Bassett holds, I would say, acting-wise, from an acting standpoint, holds most of the movie on her shoulders.
And Namor.
Angela Bassett, Namor.
I agree. Those two. But then, like, what does that say about how enthused we were about Black Panther? Like, I don't know. Yeah. The other characters were cooler. Okoye, cooler. Lupita Nyong'o's character, cooler. Namor, cooler.
Yeah. Yeah.
T'Challa Jr., cooler.
M'Baku,
cooler than the kid from Black Adam is what I'm saying.
Oh, dude, what? Oh my God, yeah, you're right.
T'Challa Jr. versus kid from Black Adam. T'Challa Jr. is taking that kid.
I think in this fight we all win. Let them take each other out.
That's right. Yeah, we don't like to see kids and families happy here.
You could hear all about that in the Black Adam episode, which, hey, you know, it is also out today.
Yeah, also out, being released for you guys. We have Black Adam Matters and Black Panther Matters.
Yes.
Sounds like a Black Friday to me, fellas.
That's right. We're doing a special 2-for-1 Black Friday special. So we're gonna deliver you guys more bang for your buck.
Yeah.
That's what we do here at Comics and Chronic.
Yeah, we like to help out.
And you know what? Know what I feel like the commies also deserve? So in the first Black Panther episode, we did not, the Joe Pesci rating scale didn't even exist yet.
Okay, I have to ask, much like the universe itself, when did the Joe Pesci scale first come into existence?
That's a good question. Let me ask Jarvis to pull up this for me. Jarvis.
Oh.
I mean, if we have Jarvis now, we should use him. We should exploit him.
Now that we know Jarvis has gained sentience and can talk to us, we need to.
Fuck you guys.
It's not nice. It's not nice. But the first episode, Jarvis, what was the first episode that the Joe Pesci scale? When did that come out?
The Watchmen episode is the first episode where you guys were like, we should rate the Joe Pesci scale score.
We're working out some kinks. He's not. It was the Watchmen episode. That's what it was.
Which was number what, by the way? What was the number?
Ooh, that's a good question, too.
I think maybe like 7 or 9 or something like that. 14.
That was actually episode
14.
14.
Nice. So that's when it came into existence.
Episode 14. So we had 13 episodes where we did not give anything a Joe Pesci rating.
Oh, dude, we're gonna have to go back and retcon that.
Yeah. Okay, so let's do Black Panther 1 now.
Black Panther 1.
Ooh.
What do you guys rate on the Joe Pesci? I'm not gonna go first. It's too much pressure.
Just like on a quick refresh.
Yeah, quick refresh.
Like without even because I haven't watched the movie in a while, but I'll go ahead and say 5.7.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice. I'm going to say 5.4.
Ooh.
Okay. We'll give it a 5.
Okay.
I liked it a lot. But I actually there were some things that when I saw it, I was like, oh.
Yeah. And we talk about that in the Black Panther episode. That last battle has so much CGI and it's not a perfect movie.
Oh, yeah. So I'll give it a 5.
And so Wakanda Forever is not getting that high from any of us, I'm going to assume.
I don't know. I was actually going into it giving it a 5, and I think I'm going to stand by it because I did enjoy it a lot. I kind of want to see it again.
Angela Bassett was incredible.
To see if maybe I felt like I was being too actively critical while watching it and not enjoying it. I think I went into it being like, oh, here we go. I'm doing this for Comics and Chronic. And I came out with like a
Don't you blame the episode. You blame the podcast for your mistakes, for your poor mindset.
I came out with a very Leonard Maltin like critique.
It is a lot of fun. The movie is a lot of fun.
It is. I give it a 5. I think it earned a 5. It's just not a 6.
And Angela Bassett was the opposite of a toxic mom.
She was. She was a strong woman, and she dismissed Okoye a little preemptively, which
I felt bad for Okoye.
I didn't see that was a great scene. That's what I'm saying. That was almost like everything that was like bomb about this movie, like except for like the sick fights. I feel like was certain scenes of acting with people.
Yeah,
mostly Namor and Angela Bassett. You know.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it. I'll say 5.2. I really liked it. It definitely wasn't a perfect movie. I liked it more than I disliked it. You know, I feel like you guys take the brunt of the negative comments for this one. I don't feel this as strongly about that. You know, like.
So what did you give it, Anthony?
I think my only. What?
What'd you give it?
I say 5.2, and that's simply because like I really thought it was one of the best movies of Phase 4, and for that reason alone, it's just like Marvel hasn't been putting out a lot of hits lately, and I thought this was more hit than miss, especially Thor: Love and Thunder, right? That was the last movie, right?
Stinker.
I hated that movie.
Yeah, that movie fucking sucked.
What movie?
Thor.
Yeah. So if movies are going to be that or this, I want this. I want this. I want Shang-Chi. But yeah, the Phase 4, all these movies are way too big. We need to get back. I guess that's what the shows were for, right? Except for Loki and WandaVision, I guess. But like going back to a bit more grounded stuff, a little bit more.
You know what one of the coolest parts of Black Panther Wakanda Forever was?
What?
Was seeing the Ant-Man Quantumania trailer before on the big screen.
That was a cool trailer.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll tell you what I actually really liked. Dude, the Marvel opening, no music, no comic books, just Chadwick's face.
All Chadwick,
both on and offset. There were definitely some in there, purple, some in there where it's clearly him just like smiling offset. And I thought that was cool. Mm-hmm. Dude, my theater was like dead quiet for that.
Yeah,
cool.
same.
Yeah, me too. I was afraid to chew my popcorn. I was like,
And then
they didn't even do their usual like music or like flipping shit. Like it was just like silent.
It really felt like a moment of silence.
And I did really like the funeral.
Yeah. That funeral was lit, bro.
Yeah, I really liked the funeral.
Was anyone else thinking of that meme? That you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah. Not until you just said it right now, but now I do.
You know the song. Everyone knows that song. My nieces and nephews know that song.
Can you play that footage to that song as like a something we post?
I was thinking that I swear to God, and maybe this is not respectful to Chadwick Boseman, but I turned to Emily. I was like, someone needs to edit that song to this scene.
Just do it, man. I
should just do it, right?
I would.
I need the footage.
You can get it. There's definitely some scenes. Oh yeah, on like YouTube of them. Like in the trailers from them doing it, you know?
Oh, yeah.
You can super cut it somehow.
I'll do it. For the internet points.
Strictly just for the swag.
Wait, Cody, did you give your score?
I didn't.
No.
Oh, shit.
All right. You guys are going to probably be... this movie...
But it sounds like it's going to be lower than a 5? Probably.
Yeah.
Wait. Before you say anything, did you sit there the whole time and not have to take a shit?
Oh.
No, I didn't have to shit during the movie. I did have to piss at the end.
Okay, that we got to take that into account. Also, how was the temperature of the movie?
Dude, great. The movie theater was cozy. I was having a good time.
All environmental factors are fine, yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Vitals, how was your blood pressure? How was your heart rate? What are we?
Dude, I'm feeling good. I was well rested.
Okay.
Right.
That being said.
So, I'm going to give it 4.7.
That's respectable.
Well, yeah, that's totally fair.
I thought about going lower, but I did enjoy the movie. It's just like there were I have a lot more. I feel like I'm being generous for a few reasons. One,
be honest, don't hold back.
One, the reason is because like the tragedy with Chadwick and the fact that they had to make this movie without him. Two, I did the acting. I loved Angela Bassett. I loved Namor.
I also don't want to I'll be honest. I liked it too. I don't like to shit on it too much because I almost I don't want to take away from one of the few blockbuster productions out there that stars a predominantly black cast with predominantly black director, writer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, exactly.
Like if I'm just talking from a nerd standpoint and a Marvel comic book fan, it just it wasn't like the best.
No, I wouldn't. For me, I wouldn't put it. I think I would put it maybe in my top 10 MC.
Wait,
no, I don't know.
Did you like Black Adam more, Cody?
No.
I agree. I didn't like Black Adam more.
Yeah, no, this wasn't better than Black Adam. I'm not saying. I don't think anyone's saying that.
Wait, you don't think it was better than Black Adam?
No, it was. This is way better than Black Adam.
Yeah.
I was like,
you can't judge them the same way. Also, I don't think.
No, I mean Black Panther 2 is way better than Black Adam.
Like by leaps and bounds.
By a lot.
If you had a choice, go see Wakanda Forever.
Yeah, for sure.
Then go see Black Adam.
And then that way you can listen to both of our episodes and know what the fuck we're talking about.
That's true. No, I agree, Jake. Also, like Ryan Coogler, I would like, I don't think he should get trapped in the MCU and do all these MCU movies, but I feel like he can make a killer Avengers movie.
Oh, I would love to see him do more.
Right?
Just ish. Let him do it. Shit.
Kind of like an Avengers from like the era where we were like reading comics in like 2008. Like I feel like he could do like almost like a secret Avengers movie or something like that really well. Because we were talking about it, like, and I don't know.
Maybe they'll give him like Secret Wars.
No, I think someone already has that. I forget
let
who.
Ryan
I think
Coogler do Luke Cage, man. Like, let him be in his shit. I feel like a Ryan Coogler Luke Cage would be a cool Luke Cage.
I feel like I just feel like if Marvel descaled itself so much, like I feel like superhero movies in general trap themselves in the trope that it has to be it's the end of the world if you don't solve this problem, when the better stories are not, and the ones that don't involve that.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Where it's like Batman, someone just poisoned the water supply of one city,
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that.
If you actually think about it, a lot of Batman villains attacked the infrastructure of how a city operates whenever they would do shit.
It's really a
white collar,
well, it's very much a metaphor for no, I'm just being dumb. That didn't. I had where it was going, but I took a bong hit not long ago, and I'm fucking ripped Van Winkle.
Ooh,
I was about to say Namor. Like Namor's motivation, like he's once again one of those MCU villains that you could actually agree with what he's doing, but then like they just make him do something that's just all right. I guess he's an evil asshole. So because of that thing, everything else is not something you could agree with anymore. You know what I mean? Like they always take it a step too far, but it makes sense. Namor doesn't want America to discover his underwater society because then they're going to try to take everything from him, which they will. They will. Like it's not like going to be, oh, we found Mexican Atlantis. We're going to be nice to these guys. Totally fine. We're not going to fuck with them. Like he has to stop them from doing that.
By killing a girl.
Well, see, right. That's the one thing. It's just like, that's what they have to. But Namor obviously didn't have to do that. It's just something they make Namor do.
But see, Namor doesn't take shit. Dude, see, Anthony, you just don't understand what it's like to be at the other end of a colonizer's war-torn efforts.
That's what I'm saying. That's why you could agree with Namor. He has a point. Like, they're going to fuck with him if he doesn't do something.
Yeah. And I would go as far to, God damn it, I'm too high. But yeah, no, I love Namor and what he did. Like, I love his motivation. I think everything, I don't disagree with his choices and stuff. I mean, were they the white ones? No. But I see why. And you know what I mean? Like, also, he's supposed to be kind of arrogant. You know what I mean?
Super arrogant and super he's as likely to turn on you as he is to be your ally.
Yeah. Which is what I love about him.
And not in a crazy Joker way. Actually, I was just reading this the other day. Oh, fuck, I'm going to fuck it up. I think it's on Wikipedia or some nerd thing. If that Namor, I think gets this is going to be incorrect, but if say Namor gets really cold really wet and really dry or quickly, it'll fuck with his mood and he becomes pretty angry and unstable.
Oh, really?
It's not that specific thing, but it's the result that he'll become unstable and kind of like Berserker. It described it almost like Berserker-esque with Wolverine.
Oh. No, Namor's cool. He's kind of like Littlefinger, he's just out for himself.
He's almost has a little bit of Mad King Targaryen shit going on.
He's like Littlefinger if Littlefinger was Magneto.
Yeah, with way more power. If exactly. If he like actually had the power.
Little Nito.
But like, yeah, that's why he's not like a true villain. Cause like he'll turn on any villain that he doesn't, it's not going for him. He's like, the Fantastic Four has great villains. Like we've talked about that so many times, but that's the cool thing about Namor. I'm excited to see him being used with other heroes and especially the Fantastic Four.
More of him, more Namor.
Yeah, more Namor.
Give us more Namor.
Yeah, well, Waka Waka, Wakanda Forever.
One more thing I just want to talk about. I just kind of hate how like the whole idea of them being like, no, the US government is the villain. You know what I mean? While also, but there's always still the one good cop. And Kevin, I'm going to kill you. You're being a nuisance.
Oh yeah, he was married to Valentina. That was a new twist.
We totally forgot about Julia Louis-Dreyfus as a.
Yep.
I liked her.
Valentina's back, and she's obviously trying to like do something in behind the scenes.
Yeah, what is
like
the shady bitch doing right now?
She's one of the main connecting threads of Phase 4.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. Also, I liked hers, and I'm also glad they didn't force a resolution for that plot line.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then he gets rescued at the end by Okoye.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Come with me, colonizer. He's like, please stop calling me that.
I've known you for years. Thanos snapped away half of humanity.
But it was just like obnoxious, them being like, the government is bad. But you know what I mean? Like,
oh, so you're on the government's side, Cody?
No, it just feels like controlled opposition. You know what I mean? It's kind of like the same. It's like the same idea, the same like thinking behind Disney being like colonizer over and over. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Disney shouldn't be allowed to say colonizer.
What it is it's pandery.
Yeah,
it's
it
like,
feels pandery.
Yeah, it's pandery because it's like, right, woke people? And they're like, I don't know, it's pandery and it's cringe, man.
Yeah, hated it.
I agree, facts.
Well, anyways. Wakanda Forever.
Okay, well, yeah, so I give it 4.7. I stand by that.
Stand by your Joe Pesci scores, or else what else you got in this life?
Yeah, if I can't stand by my Joe Pesci scores, fucking kill me. Jesus Christ.
Well, there you go. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. As you've heard it here, Wakanda Forever, not a perfect film, but still very enjoyable and fun. Go see it.
Cool. Go watch it. Definitely watch it. It's like a good movie.
Hell yeah.
They could have just done a bunch differently to make it, it had the potential to be something fantastic.
Ooh.
Let me just say this. It wasn't weird, the Al Yankovic story. Let me say that much.
I haven't seen it, but I want to watch it.
I still haven't watched it either. I don't know.
It's so good.
Where is I don't have the Roku channel.
Yeah, you don't have the Roku channel, but you got the Anthony channel, remember?
It's on something, not just Roku.
Well, boys.
Well, thanks for tuning in, guys. This has been one of 2 episodes of our Black Friday special going on.
Yeah.
2 for 1.
This is us being our most communist is by on this major consumer holiday.
Working hard right now to deliver you just incredible content.
Yeah. So
you get a thank you every now and then.
Yeah.
Maybe show your gratitude.
Yeah. Maybe give us a blowy,
I was going to say, give us a rating on Spotify or
give us the bare minimum. You pieces of shit.
Tell your friends about us.
Yeah, dude.
Share an episode. We don't see enough shares. We need people to retweet and share.
Even just share one of our many hilarious memes that we post on Instagram.
When you and your partner are having a lazy day in bed, talk about our podcast.
Hey, babe, you know what I just heard the other day?
Cody only gave Wakanda Forever 4.7 Joe Pesci's.
Oh my God. I'm leaving you.
Wait, you listen to Comics and Chronic without me?
Oh yeah. We're killing it, guys. That's how we know. That's how we know we've made it in this world.
Yep.
All right. Well, Wakanda Forever.
Jarvis forever.
Oh, Jarvis is forever.
Jarvis will outlive us all.
I don't like that guy. I
Okay.
hope not.
Let's get out of here.
Hi, you're listening to Comics and Chronic, and I'm Jake FH.
I'm Cody Cannon.
And I'm Anthony Iannaccio.
And you can tune in every Thursday to hear new episodes of Comics and Chronic.
And make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Comics and Chronic. That's Comics, the letter N, Chronic.
We'll see you guys next week.
Woo!
Peace.